What is going on YouTube? This is your boy Kryptic Flash here. Welcome you guys to week number 1 of the PBL season 4 draft league season. We will be taking on your head coach of the Minnesota Lycanrocs. We will be taking on AlexGTE, the head coach of the Montreal Abomasnows. Before we get started, if you guys could, make sure you hit that like button if you hope to see us win week 1, and if you are just hyped for the season to begin. I'm very hyped for it. And subscribe if you are new to join the Kryptic crew. I do need to give a couple of shout outs here to the gamer duo Thriller96 as well as Ichigo, otherwise known as Simon. They were very helpful this week in kind of letting me know potential things to look out for with my opponent's team. Just putting teams together that I could battle against so that I could see what was happening with my team and how it fared with their team. But huge shout out to you guys. You guys were very helpful this week. As you guys can see, below me is going to be my team that I will be bringing. And I will go over that because I never really did a team builder, and I really do want to do team builders. This first week was just kind of crazy, so I didn't do any team builders, but I'll go over that real quick. We're going to first go over what I think my opponent will be bringing. Otherwise, as well as I will be going over other options that he could bring as well. So first off, I know he's going to bring his Mega Medicham. It's probably going to be a rocking Ice Punch, high jump kick, fake out maybe, and Zen headbutt for coverage. I think that Ice Punch and Ice is going to be huge on his team because my first round pick was a Salamence, and I did not bring it this week because a lot of his Pokemon can learn ice moves, and Salamence does not want to get hit with a bunch of ice moves. So I just thought it'd be best be left back behind. I'm sure he's going to be preparing for it, so I think Suicune would have a nice move. Nidoqueen Ice Beam, Suicune Ice Beam, Thundurus HP Ice, Mew Ice Beam, like ice is everywhere. So I figured Salamence should just take the week off and chill, and this team I think can handle it. But he's got the Mega Medicham, Suicune for a bulky water type, probably Scald, Ice Beam, Calm Mind. If he's going to be running Rest, Crocoon, it's going to be Scald, Calm Mind, Rest, and Sleep Talk. Heliolisk, Walls, Suicune, so I'm not too worried about it. Nidoqueen here, I think, is going to be more offensive than anything because he's got a Fortress that would probably be his rocks, or hazard setters with rocks, spikes, toxic spikes, things like that, and then a spinner as well. So I think Nidoqueen is going to be more offensive. And then Fortress, I just went over. Thundurus, I was throwing up in the air whether he was either going to bring Thundurus or he has Bike Volt as well. I think Thundurus is a little more likely just because it's faster. Can't hit as hard, but it can still hit hard, and it's got that speed, so that's pretty reliable. And then Mew, just because Mew is so versatile, you have no idea what they're going to bring with Mew. And so you never know what to prep, so I think that Mew is a very, very likely option. Otherwise, he's got Superior, which could be very scary against my team. My team is not a huge fan of Superior with Contrary Leaf Storm. That kind of spooks me a little bit. And then he's got that Vikavolt with Choice Specs would drive holes in my team. So we need to make sure if he does bring that we're saving Darmanitan for that Vikavolt. And then he's got Lucario, which I don't think he's going to bring, seeing how he's got Mega Medicham. Maybe he'll bring that instead of Fortress. I don't know. And then Nidoqueen would be more of a defensive set. He's got Starmie as well, which could be a Rapid Spinner. Could be Choice Specs, AV, something like that. And then his last Pokemon, Lucario, he's got Incineroar. And then he's got the Fire EMZ. So something might be holding it. Could be Nidoqueen with Fire Blast or something like that. But that could be a little spooky. But I think that's a pretty accurate guess at what his team is. But our team here, we got Mega Aggron, Juggernaut on Mega Aggron here, rocking Heavy Slam, Dragon Tail, Fire Punch for that Fortress, and then Toxic for any Stally shenanigans that we don't want to deal with. Next up is Beauty Queen, our Primarina here, rocking the Choice Specs with Scald, Moonblast, Shadow Ball for the Mew, and the Medicham, as well as Ice Beam. So we have some coverage there. Ice Beam for the Thunderous. If he predicts some water move, we can hit him with the Ice Beam and kill it. But Choice Specs Primarina, you guys, is insane. It is insane. I was practicing with it on Showdown. It is crazy. Next up, we have Dembrowse, the Darmanitan here, with U-Turn, Flame, Flare Blitz, Earthquake, and Superpower. So if he does bring Lucario or Fortress, like, we have an answer in Darmanitan. Ideally, if he brings Fortress, I'm assuming he's leading with it. I'm going to go right out into Mega Aggron and Fire Punch it twice and kill it. So, but that's our Darmanitan holding the Life Orb. Next up is Heliolisk, Umbrella or Heliolisk with Dry Skin for that Suicune. Totally walls Suicune completely. So he throws Suicune in, we're going right on into Umbrella. So with that Volt Switch, making it really nice to switch out. So we have Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, Surf for that Nidoqueen, and then Dark Pulse for Medicham or Mew. So that'll do some work. Next up is who I think will play the biggest role in this match, will be Hippowdon. I split Hippowdon's EVs. I gave him max HP, and split the remaining EVs between defense and special defense. And then when we can kick up that Sandstorm and get that special defense boost, it really does help Hippowdon take hits, and it is one-on-one against Nidoqueen, even with Ice Beam, even if its offensive is only doing like 40%. So we can take on Nidoqueen one-on-one. He's holding the leftovers and rocking Earthquake, Stone Edge, Stealth Rocks. He's going to be our Rock Setter, and then Slack Off so that we can keep that health up high. I don't know if I mentioned this, but Heliolisk will be holding our Choice Scarf so that we can outspeed everything on his team, and if we really need to, we could be doing some Dark Pulse shenanigans to try to get some flinches. So I don't want to rely on that, but hacks are part of the game, and you never know when you need it. So our last Pokemon is going to be Delmise. Ahoy, our Delmise here. Hippowdon's name is Grumpy Lumps, you guys. That was just too good. I saw him, he looked kind of grumpy, and I'm like, man, he's grumpy and he's got all those lumps. Grumpy Lumps, just kind of fit in like that. But Ahoy here, our Delmise here, is going to be rocking the AV so that I can somewhat take a special hit with Power Whip, Shadow Claw, Anchor Shot, and Rapid Spin. So it's going to be our spinner to get rid of any hazards that my opponent may or may not set. But yeah, that's going to be the team, you guys. I know our first round pick, I'm not bringing it, and that may be a little crazy, but seeing all the different Pokemon that can learn Ice type moves on my opponent's team, I know that Medicham is going to have Ice Punch. I know Suicune, if it doesn't have Ice Beam, it may not, because he wants to do Crocoon and just doesn't have room for Ice Beam and has many other options that can learn Ice Beam and then HP Ice. So Suicune may not. Nidoqueen I know will. And then Thunderous I think will have the Ice Beam in case of Hippowdon or Solomon. So and then Mew, you never know with Mew. Maybe Mew will be his Rock Setter, Hazard Setter, and he won't even bring Fortress, and he'll bring Serperior or something spooky like that. But I think we have the team that can manage these guys. I just need to play smart. I need to focus. And we can get the W. So I'm gonna go ahead, connect up with Alex, and I'll catch you guys in just a bit. Alrighty, so we are back. Looks like we are getting connected with Alex, and we should be good to go. It was a little bit of a hassle. I haven't played my Ultra Sun in a while, so I had to do a little bit of shenanigans. But we will be going ahead and seeing his squad. Looks like he is bringing almost everything I predicted. Just kidding, he's not bringing the Nidoqueen at all, or no Nidoqueen, and no, what else is there? So no Nidoqueen. He will be leading with that Fortress. I can already tell. So no Nidoqueen, and here's a Suicune. No Mew. So honestly, that's a good thing. No Mew. He's got Incineroar instead, and Vikavolt. So he's got two electric types. Apparently he probably thinks that I've got a pretty big electric weakness on my squad. With Primarina, I guess, is a little bit of a weakness. Aggron is weak on the special side, but with that Sandstorm, we should be all right. Able to better handle attacks, but I do apologize. I just need to make these good to go. All right. So we're all good on that front. So I can go ahead, go back to my game, and we're just leading Juggernaut because I'm gonna predict his Fortress lead, and so Fortress will be his Rock Setter and Rapid Spinner. So we're gonna go ahead into Juggernaut first to go ahead and hit him hard with Fire Punch. I'm not super nervous about the Stealth Rock, since how Hippowdon does resist it somewhat, so we should be able to take that somewhat well. But him not bringing Nidoqueen or Mew is a little bit has me questioning it a little bit, but I'm not too worried about it. Dan Green, the Fortress. Okay, so he does bring Fortress here. So we're gonna go ahead, Mega Evolve, and the reason I also wanted to lead with Aggron was so we could get our Mega Evolution off right away. So we're just gonna Mega Evolve and do a Fire Punch because he's gonna set up rocks, which is absolutely fine by me. I would have preferred no rocks, but as long as it's not T-Spikes, I'm okay. So we're gonna go ahead and Mega Evolve, Fire Punch. We do outspeed, and we hit him, and it does over half. So he is holding the Rocky Helmet and does the Stealth Rock. So that was kind of to be expected. I don't know if he's gonna save this thing. He might. Possible switch-ins could be Fire Punch. So he could switch into Suicune. If he does, I can go out into Heliolisk. If he switches into Incineroar, it could be a possibility. If he switches into Incineroar, we could go into Primarina or into Hippowdon. I think that Incineroar might be holding the Firium Z. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna assume he's gonna. I don't want to make any really early predictions, so I'm just gonna go for a Fire Punch. See if he's gonna save this thing or just let it die. And if he saves this thing, it's just because he's super sensitive to rocks. So he's gonna just let Dan Green go down. So Aggron does pick up a kill. Getting rid of that Fortress was pretty. It was what Aggron was here to do. So anything more is just a bonus. I'm assuming he's gonna bring out Medicham right now. And if he does, I'm going to go into Milton. There's the Incineroar. So a fire move is coming my way. Let me do some calcs here. I think he's either going to go for the Firium Z, or he's going to go for the Incineroar. Let me go to my... He's either going to go Firium Z or just Flare Blitz. I want to know how Hippowdon takes an Incineroar Firium Z. So he could have Fake Out, which could be annoying. Let's just assume he's max attack and give him the Firium Z. And Hippowdon. Let's see, Z move. So Flare Blitz would be his strongest move. Hippowdon Inferno Overdrive only does 15 to 20%. So we should be able to take it, no problem. I'm actually gonna make that switch right now and go out into Grumpy Lumps. Go out into Grumpy Lumps, and this will give us a chance to set up our own rocks. Go ahead, set up the Sandstorm. The rocks do hit me, but that's not too big of a deal. Now I could do a couple of things. I could either, so he does have Flare Blitz, and we're gonna eat that. Yeah, that. Oh wow! Hit with Recoil. Okay, so he could be choice in some fashion. How much does a ban do? Choice ban. So choice band is doing. Let's see. It's only showing that it should have done like 15 to 18%, but. That did a lot more than that, so we're gonna go ahead and go for the Slack Off. We should live one more, and then I can get some. Okay, he's gonna just switch, so that's also a plus. You could just switch. Azure the Thunderous, nice and shiny. We can live on HP Ice. We can live it actually pretty handily. We're specially defensive. We have some special bulk to us, and we have the Sandstorm going. So I'm going to assume, let me see. Let me just make sure. So he's going to probably be timid with HP Ice. There we go, HP Ice. And that's doing about 30% to me. So I'm a-okay going for a Stone Edge right here. I'm a-okay going for a Stone Edge. He's probably getting HP Ice. He can't Volt Switch, so HP Ice, Dark Pulse. That's fine. We should be able to eat that. Alright, we did that. We did about 30%. 30%, and we just one-shot that Azure. So Thunderous is out of the way as well. So Hippowdon picks up a kill. I'm actually very happy about that. That was kind of a spooky threat because you kind of don't know what it's going to do. Dark Pulse, we know Grumpy Lumps can take those special hits. Borealis, I wonder what this is going to be. This is going to be the Suicune. So we have our designated Suicune switch in. Is going to be our Heliolisk. Let's go ahead and look at our Heliolisk. Make sure that Suicune's Ice Beam isn't doing too much to me. We're going to go offensive with Ice Beam, Heliolisk. So it's doing about 30 to 35. So I feel very comfortable just swapping straight into Umbrella. I think that's the smart play to make here. If he does go for Scald, we will absorb it with our Dry Skin. I don't foresee him doing that, but maybe he will, and we'll just catch him off guard. Here's the Scald. So Dry Skin does come in clutch here, which is very nice, very nice. And now we can go ahead, and since he doesn't have his Volt Absorb in Thunderous, and he doesn't have Nidoqueen, we can just go ahead and go for a nice and free. Oh, he does have his Thunderous is dead. So Thunderous and Fortress are both gone. He's got Incineroar, Medicham, Vikavolt, and Suicune. So we're gonna go for a free Thunderbolt and just hit something really hard. And he can take one, I know, but he's not gonna want to take any more. And I don't know if he has. Okay, so he has other offensive moves, which is fine. We're gonna two-shot him. Ice Beam is gonna do about 30%. Yep, and no freeze, so we're fine there. He does have the leftovers, but Thunderbolt should still take him out. Thunderbolt should still take him out. Alright. And I don't know. He's got that Mega Medicham, and that's always scary. He's switching out Okua, the Vikavolt. Yep, there's the Vikavolt. So I feel really comfortable just swapping out into... yeah, that did nothing. We need to keep Heliolisk here for that thingamajig. So we're gonna swap right out into what wants to take an Energy Ball or HP Fighting. Dembrowse does. I think Dembrowse can take rocks. Let me see. How much is a Choice Specs Thunderbolt doing? Okay, so Modest, Choice Specs. Sorry about these guys. Oh. Modest, Choice Specs. Holy cow. So Modest, Choice Specs Thunderbolt is not doing. It's doing about 30%. So we could have a free switch into Dembrowse without too much repercussions. I don't think there's much he could do. Part of me does want to go into Ahoy as well and just see how much his Thunderbolt will do, and Leaf Energy Ball. I know I resist both, so I should be able to take him. And I'd like to get rid of those rocks. So that would be my reason for doing that. And I'm running out of time. I'm actually just gonna go out into Ahoy. We resist both of Energy Ball, and we resist Thunderbolt. I'm running out of time. I don't want to run the calc. So we're just going to see what he's going to hit us with. If we can get rid of those rocks, that would be great. He's going to hit us with a Bug Buzz. That is going to be neutral. And we handled that pretty well. I don't know if we'll live another one, so I'm just gonna go for the rapid spin, see if we can. Ahoy, air slash. Okay, so he's not choiced in any fashion, and we don't live that. So I didn't want to risk sending in Darmanitan and getting bodied. So I just made the safe play into Ahoy. I don't know what Ahoy was doing for us. I mean, Incineroar bodied him. Medicham probably bodied him. Suicune was probably the only thing he could actually do something against. We're just going to go ahead and... Do I predict the Suicune? I want to predict the Suicune. I think that he should keep this thing around. And so I think that the Suicune is actually a really smart play. If he doesn't go Suicune and he just goes for an air slash or something, I could go into Aggron and Aggron could take the hit. But I think that Suicune is his play. So I'm going to go ahead and U-turn. Hopefully we see a Suicune. So he withdrew, which is good. Withdrew and went out into Borealis. Alright, so the Suicune came out. We made the right play. We go for the U-turn and we're going to go back into our Heliolisk. Boom, and that did a lot of damage, you guys. So we can go ahead, freely fire off a Volt Switch, knock this thing out. Go ahead, go out into Umbrella. Fire off a free Volt Switch, which will knock this thing out. And then we'll probably either see a Medicham come out, or we'll see his Vikavolt come out to eat the hit. I don't know if this thing is worth keeping anymore, seeing how I kind of wall him. But we're just going to go for the Volt Switch here. We'll outspeed with choice, and he's just going to let this thing drop. So, Umbrella did pick up a kill as well. And now he's just got his Medicham, Incineroar, and Vikavolt. So, Dumbrowse actually deals pretty nicely against the Incineroar with Superpower, as well as the Vikavolt with Flare Blitz. So, I'm actually going to make a switch out into Juggernaut here and see if I can poison something. I know I haven't gotten rocks up yet, but I've been seeing the need to. I know he's got a fire and a bug type, so rocks would be really nice against these guys. But I don't know. I feel all right. I feel all right. I don't want to get too comfortable because he's still got the Mega Medicham. And so here comes the Mega Medicham, and he can go ahead and fire a free high jump kick, which is kind of scary. Or if he's rocking Drain Punch, we could live it. I'm just going to go for the Heavy Slam because I know that will knock out Shiva. And if he has Fake Out, I think Juggernaut is just kind of done. Alright, this thing is very scary. High Jump Kick, and he hits, and I think this will kill. Yep, Juggernaut is down. So, that sucks. That sucks. I think our move is to go into Beauty Queen here and just fire off Moonblast. It'll be neutral on Incineroar. It won't do too much to the Vikavolt. Is that my play? Otherwise, what? I go into Umbrella. I'll outspeed, and so I could Volt Switch. Get free damage off. And see if he wants to switch. That's a play as well. Worst comes to worst, I can go into Grumpy Lumps. What can Mega Medicham do to our Hippowdon? Mega Medicham. High Jump Kick is doing about 80%, so that will hurt. What about our Beauty Queen? I need to make this decision here quick. Doing about 62 to 73%. Oh, what is my play? The Medicham is outspeeding Dumbrowse. I think I need to just go out into Primarina and scare this thing out. How much is a Scald doing? Scald is doing Choice Spec. Scald is doing 92 to 109. So we have a potential chance to go ahead and one shot. So I'm gonna go for the Scald. We could go for Shadow Ball, but I don't want to see that Incineroar. So we're just gonna go for the Scald. He's gonna go Psycho Cut. That's not gonna do anything to me, I don't think. Okay, we live in. That did a lot, but we're living. And we get the Scald off, and that knocks out Shiva. Yes, 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 yes. Alright, so Darmanitan could just wrap this game up here. What do I do? What do I do? I think I'm just gonna let Primarina go down. I'm gonna let Primarina go down. I think Hippowdon can hold himself his own pretty good against a Vikavolt. I think he can. He's got the special bulk. We're just gonna go ahead and sack off Beauty Queen here. We outspeed, so we're just gonna hit him with a Choice Spec Scald, and that just knocks out Okua. So that is pretty great. Primarina picking up 2 knockouts. So far looking like maybe our MVP here, taking on that Psycho Cut and dishing out a couple kills. So Incineroar will most likely outspeed, I imagine. And then we'll just go out into Darmanitan and Superpower, and that should be the game. I don't know. Yeah, he's gonna outspeed. That's gonna be neutral, but it's still gonna knock us out. It's a crit. It didn't matter. And then we're gonna go ahead, go out into Dumbrowse, and just go for the Superpower and knock this thing out. And that should be game. I don't want to speak too soon or too quickly. The rocks hurt. I'm just glad that not setting up our own Stealth Rocks, it would have helped out immensely, you guys, but it didn't. It wasn't a killer. So I'm gonna make sure that Superpower is 100%. It is. So we're just gonna go ahead, go for the Superpower, and this should be the game. All right, so we go for the Superpower, and we knock it out. So we escaped that one. We won 3-0. Good game, Alex, in the Montreal Abomasnows. If you guys could, make sure you guys, I'll link his channel in the description below. Wish him a good game. Go check him out. Give him some love. Tell him I sent you. Just wish him good game. This league is all about it's a fun league. So it's not, I mean, it's competitive, but it's not cutthroat. So no hate, only love. Go wish him good luck throughout the rest of the season, and good game. This was a great week 1 for us. I was hoping that the rocks wouldn't bite me in the butt. It was great not seeing Nidoqueen and Mew. Those two I prepared for a lot, so not seeing them kind of threw me off a little bit, but I was glad we were able to kind of overcome that and pick up the W for your Minnesota Lycanrocs. So you guys, we are starting the week off 1-0. Strong start. But I'm glad that we got the win. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you guys did, make sure you hit that like button down below for your Lycanrocs. Subscribe if you are new to join the Kryptic crew. And that's going to be it for me, guys. This is Kryptic Flash.